Hey, baby. I know you ain't think that this day was going to go by without my tribute to you. And after 2 videos of mine being removed of doing the things that you always told me to do, speak your mind. And I'm going to do that today. I'm all here for you. So therefore, it gives me my great honor and privilege after the failed attempt by the powers that be that tried to shut me down. It gives me great privilege to come to y'all and say, ladies and gentlemen, what it do? It's your boy, Mr. Keep That Shit Hunted TV, who goes by the divine attribute of Duff Bagwell. Well, hello there. Lovely day in the neighborhood, isn't it? Mother's Day, birds was chirping, suns was out, grills was getting cooked on. I heard summertime on the radio, so that lets me know what type of season it really is. So, I know I should have dropped this earlier, but I wanted y'all to get y'all food in, chill with your family, bask in the ambience, which is Mother's Day. Now, you're full, you had something to drink, you're sitting on your couch, you're feeling lazy. So now, I have your undivided attention. So, today's episode is special. It's Mother's Day. And everyone who watches or anybody who knows me know what I went through as an adolescent. You know, my mom went on to glory 11 years ago, to be exact. So, I know people have been wondering for the longest, what angle am I going to go with this Mother's Day tribute? You would like to know, wouldn't you? And I'm going to do what you don't know I'm going to do. That's what makes this show so special. So, Mom, I'm going to dwell on something that me and you never had a conversation over. But being that I'm grown now, I can have this conversation with you. So today, I'm going to go down a top 5 moment with my mother. Now, I know you're wondering, how can you do a top 5 with your mama? Easy, because I'm her son. So therefore, top 5 edition of the times they married and put her foot in my ass. All right? Number 5, when she went to Atlantic City, I said about 93, 94, was between 9 and 10, some shit like that. And she busted her ass to go on this trip. I mean, overtime galore. Grandma watching me all the goddamn time, barely seeing my mom. She deserved this trip. My simple ass, go ahead and defy her orders. She tell me not to stack the VCR on top of the TV, and I do it anyway. I put the VCR on top of the TV, and I put the Super Nintendo on top of the VCR. Little do you know, one of the legs on the table is broke, one of the legs is weak, and that motherfucker gave out. So what do I do? Do I call my mother while she up in Atlantic City and ruin her vacation? Do I let her come in the door and be surprised? Do I just snitch on myself as soon as she walks in the door? Either way I choose, she's going to put her foot in my ass. So therefore, I just got to take the ass whooping as it goes. She comes in the door. She looked at the table. She looks at her TV. Ain't too much to really guess after that. You know what happened? Foot in my ass. And by the way, I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Y'all can be grown all you want to. You and I both know that the best sleep that you will ever get in life is after you done got your ass whooped. Don't tell me it ain't, because when you used to get your ass whooped, you go to sleep and then you wake up, you don't feel it. I mean, you're still stinging from the ass whooping, but the sleep was like that. You wish you could have got that sleep without the ass whooping, but without the ass whooping, would you appreciate saying sleep? Probably not. Number 4 is when me and my moms went to the corner store one day. We was on our way out in Maryland. We went to the corner store up the street from Larry Mama's house. Saw this retard nigga who used to live around the way and shit, right? This nigga used to walk like this and shit. Drew used to always come out his mouth and shit. So I see the nigga in the store. I'm just looking at the nigga. I died laughing on sight as soon as I seen this nigga. I'm just like, like you could just watch that shit just smack the concrete and shit. So I'm like, this is a grown ass man drooling out his mouth. Like, how the fuck? So I died laughing. Now, to my mother, that shit ain't funny. So what happened for my constellation, thinking shit is funny when it ain't? Big hand, nigga. Do you know how hard it is trying to play Metroid on the Game Boy doing like this, nigga? I need both hands. I literally, my other hand is unavailable because it's tended to my face. So, I did some dumbass shit to get my ass whooped. Number 3, when she decided to come up to the school and motherfucking come to my class. I'm in that jump, showing my ass, cracking jokes, being me. And then next thing you know, one of my classmates had the audacity to say, hey, Kennard, your mother's up here. I said, man, shut the fuck up, nigga. My mother ain't up this jump. And then my conscience said, Kennard, look to your left. I looked to my left. My mother was standing outside the door. Her eyes got big and said, bring your ass here. And anytime when she bite her lip and her eyes get big, I know that I done fucked up. I done fucked all the way up. So then when I go into the fucking hallway, she grabbed me and shit. She like, oh, you want to be showing off in class? You want to be running off at the mouth? That's what you come to school for? Fuck my shit up, yeah. I was like, damn. I was like, I'm gonna finish my work now, yeah. I was like, shit, man. Like, I got to write with a hand that I can't write with because she didn't smack the shit out of me. So I'm like, yeah, how the fuck I'm gonna finish my work when I'm writing with a hand that look like I'm writing with my foot? It's a big ass problem, man. Big problem. Number, we had what, 3? 3! Number 3. When I called my teacher a bitch. Yeah, I did it. I was smelling myself. In the 6th grade, passed the SAT 9, had one of the best scores in the city, and you can look it up if you want to. Kennard R. McBride, 96, 97 school year. Look it up. That's how I got into high. All right? Had one of the best scores and shit. So by this time, mid-April, after my birthday, definitely smelling myself. You can't tell me shit. All I'm doing is waiting the days. I am a 7th grader. You can't tell me I ain't going to summer school. I'm walking across the stage. I done passed the SAT 9. Hind didn't accept me. It's just a matter of time. So she just called me incompetent and I was being very ignorant, and that didn't go well with me. Because who in the flying fuck are you? I don't give a fuck you a teacher, principal. Who in the fuck are you to call me ignorant, bitch? I don't give a fuck. Your salary ain't that enough for you to throw an insult to me like that. So therefore, I said, man, who the fuck this bitch talking to? And someone at the table, mind you, this person, they ain't get suspended. They gonna say, oh, Kennard called you, and somebody gonna say bitch. Why the person that said bitch didn't get suspended? Why did I have to fall down alone and shit? So next thing you know, I get suspended. Thought my mother was gonna come home the usual, 5:15, 5:30. I get in the door at 3:25, her ass was sitting right there waiting on me. Left work early and all that. And anytime my mother leave work early, because I didn't ran off at the mouth, I ain't fucked up, or I ain't hurt, or I ain't sick or nothing like that, doesn't end well. So therefore, get home, fuck me up, Genesis go to dad's house, Super Nintendo goes in the closet, you can't ride your bike, you can't go outside at all. The only time your ass is going out this house is to go to school, take the trash out, and go to the store for me. I was dumb. So, that's another one. Number 2. I gotta say, when I got into a fight in 1st grade, this is when they tried to brainwash me and make me a Redskin fan and shit. Definitely ain't like that shit. This is back when your mama said, everything that you leave out with, you best to come back in here with. Because if not, I'm gonna whoop your ass. So, my hat was missing. I seen a nigga with the hat. I'm like, yo, I'm not going in the house without what's mine. So I whooped his ass. But come to find out, I didn't even leave out with the hat that damn morning. I whooped the boy's ass for nothing. Because it looked like the hat that I was supposed to left out with that morning. And I had cafeteria duty for 2 weeks. And I couldn't ride my bike for 2 weeks. Terrible. Terrible, terrible. Number, what were we at, 2? 1? Number 1. The number 1 classic ass whooping happened in Heim. 8th grade, Mr. Jackson, no, it was Miss Nobley, the science teacher, you know, the burnt bitch. Yeah. So she came out the mouth and said something fucked up to me. And I said something fucked up back. I didn't care. You know what I'm saying? I was like, fuck it, man. What's the worst gonna happen, yeah? I'm gonna get in-house suspension. Wrong, nigga. Not only did my mother come up to the school, my father came up there. My father don't come no goddamn where. This nigga come up there in his goddamn uniform and shit. So anytime everybody saw my mother, but when they saw both of them, it was a wrap. They told me, Kennard, you're not going to the prom. You're not going to Six Flags. You're not doing anything. It's fucked up about that shit. I ain't had nothing to say to nobody. And luckily at that time, I ain't had to talk. I knew how to cook for my goddamn self, so it wasn't much to say. Like, fuck it. But, nigga, ass got fucked up and shit. And then they gonna make me go cut my grandmother's grass. I don't know nothing about cutting no goddamn grass. I come from an apartment building. I ain't gotta cut no goddamn grass. I ain't got no lawn. You know, I got my fucking square unit. Why the fuck do I have to cut grass? I'm not understanding it. So, that's my top 5 edition of you putting your foot in my ass. I feel as though we can have this conversation. I'm grown now. When you was here, I wasn't. So now we can have this conversation as adults. So, as I did this episode, I wanted to do something different. Y'all all been wanting to know and watching. See, the difference is I was going to approach my mother's tribute in a different way. I've done everything you can think of. At her funeral, I wrote a lovely poem for her. Did that. Plenty of bars. Did that. Tribute tattoo. Did that. So let's find another creative way to big up the woman who was my first fan. Why I always put my mother in my bars? Because she was my first fan. Before the world knew who motherfucking Duff Bagwell was, she was listening to K-Dog rap to instrumentals on the fucking tape deck in his room. She was the first fan. So she deserves that appreciation. So we can go on and on with stories. We can talk about how she would have acted in 2016. How she would have reacted when she saw a black president. Because she come from the black and white TV era. So to see that when signs used to say for whites only, and to see a black president, how she would have reacted to that. How she would have reacted to the fact that I was supposed to have been a father, but only had the cop to pull it under me. How would she have reacted to that? How would she have reacted? I'm telling her, you're a grandma. Psych, no you ain't. How should have reacted to that? Or we can go into the women I pursued or I dated after the fact. Who would have had her support? Who would have had her backing? Who she'd have been a big fan of? Who she wouldn't have liked? It's so many questions we can go into. Or we can go into how she was an amazing mom. We can go from her birth when she was born in Greensville, South Carolina, back in the day as Mary Lee Olivia McBride. But when she became 18, she took the Lee from her name and became Mary Olivia McBride and moved to DC and had Kim and had me and so forth. Her initials represent a mom, but she wasn't just a mom to Kim and Kennard. We can go name for name. Like you can say me, you can say T, you can say Tex, you can say E, you can say Little Craig, you can say Terrence, you can say Gary, you can say Courtney, you can say Theodore, you can even say the fucking cameraman who was half dead in my motherfucking bathroom and she revived this motherfucker. He wouldn't be able to be here if motherfucking she ain't revive him. So therefore, we can keep going on how she was a mother's mother, a true pillar in the community. Always made sure the kids stayed on their P's and Q's. Wasn't tolerating any fucking profanity around her. You was going to show her the respect that she deserved because she was one of the true mothers in the neighborhood. She wasn't trying to be your friend. She was trying to be someone that motherfucking you could look up to. Someone that can guide you. Someone that can help you. Someone that can encourage you if you wasn't getting that at home. That was what she was to the neighborhood. That's what she was to a lot of people that been around her. So I just want to say, for 20 glorious years, I had you as my mother. And it was a privilege to have you as a mother. It's been an even greater privilege of being your son. And I wouldn't trade not one moment in the world for anything. From the cuss outs, to the cooked meals, to the punishments, to the deficiency notices, from the birthdays, to the Christmases, to the heartaches, to the heartbreaks, to the breakups, to the good meals, to the ass whoopings, to anything that we have, the time we spent together. is all valued, and I always want to cherish it to my heart. So, therefore, I wanted to acknowledge you and give you the tribute of a lifetime on Mother's Day. I will give you another tribute when it's time to for your anniversary. And I just want to say, as your son, your only son, I got to say, Happy Mother's Day. And we all love you, we all miss you, and you're forever in our hearts. And that today, ladies and gentlemen, is my tribute to my moms on Keep That Shit 100 TV. I hope you got everything you wanted out of this episode. If you was looking for me to get all mushy and you was ready to cry, you got a box of Kleenex to you, put that shit back in your bathroom. No need to. We just wanted to acknowledge your queen as she should be. So for that being said, get back to your families, finish your meals, because in about a couple hours, you got to hit the shower and get it up for work in the morning. So, I'm about to continue my turn up with my fellas, and this is the end of Keep That Shit 100 TV. It's your boy Duff, and I'm out.